Happens, right? That's probably how
Set him up.
All right, well, I want to welcome everyone to the special town meeting on April 1st, 2019. And as a town clerk, I'm going to call the meeting to order at 7:03. And then we're going to proceed to Article 1. And Article 1 is to choose a moderator to preside at the said town meeting by written ballot. So at this time, do I hear any nominations for moderator?
second that.
Thank you. Are there any other nominations for moderator? Okay. So hearing none, I'm going to declare the floor closed, and I'm going to hand out ballots to the front table, but anyone else is more than welcome to cast a ballot if you'd like. Okay, so I'm going to declare Tom Danlick has been elected to serve as moderator for the special town meeting. And at this time, I want to have Tom sign his oath, and then once it's signed, he's going to take over the meeting.
Okay, before we get into the articles that are on the special town meeting warrant, I want to take care of a couple of housekeeping items first. As everyone should know, that I intend to rely upon the practice and procedures that are recommended by the main moderator's manual and use it relative to conducting and supervising the conduct of the meeting. Secondly, there are probably at least two people here who are non-voters from whom you may want to get information or ask questions. Non-voters can't speak to the assembly without the permission of the voters, and therefore, and the two people I would suggest that we need to authorize to speak is the town manager, Keith Trefethen, and our town planner, Tad Redway. So I'd like a motion to allow these two gentlemen to address us, answer questions if indeed that becomes necessary.
Second.
Any further discussion? It takes a 2/3 vote of the voters to approve that. All in favor, indicate by raising your hand. Thank you, motion passed. Moving on then to the second article, which reads, shall the town vote to repeal the street design and construction standards ordinance first adopted June 12th, 1996, and last amended June 15th, 2001? Motion. Motion made and seconded to approve Article 2. Is there any discussions, questions, comments? Seeing none, then I'll put Article 2 to the voters. All in favor of Article 2 indicate by raising your cards up in the air, please. Anyone opposed to Article 2 passes. Article 3, shall town vote to adopt an ordinance entitled Amendments to the Arundel Street Design and Construction Ordinance. Text of the proposed ordinance is attached to the original town meeting warrant as Exhibit A attached. Motion been made and seconded to approve Article 3. Any questions or comments with respect to Article 3?
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am. Ms. Casner.
I know that. Why do we need to do this at a special town meeting,
As opposed to,
a regular town meeting in June?
does anybody want to address that?
We can hit the, well, they weren't ready, right? The planning board wasn't ready to get everything all squared away. We had a special, this was driven by the select. That's right, I'm sorry. Yeah, so this ordinance was driven by the selectmen, and, it wasn't able to be ready for a regular town meeting.
It's only 8 weeks,
What's that?
8 more weeks. Not last one, the next one.
John, we have all questions through me, thank you. Anything else in response to Ms. Casner's question about why now rather than wait for June?
Is there some urgency to this, or is it
Um,
just, it couldn't wait till June?
Mr. Casher, are you among us? Maybe you could explain why there's some urgency about this?
I think it was mainly to coincide with any building that may be done prior, especially at the town meeting. Spring construction season, people might wanna do this is gonna save them a lot of time, money.
Thank you. Thank you, Roger. Any other questions or discussion? Seeing none, put Article 3 to the voters. All in favor of approving Article 3, please indicate by raising your cards. Any opposed? Article 3 passes. Article 4, shall the town vote to adopt an ordinance entitled Amendments to the Arundel Land Use Ordinance, Section 3.2 Definitions, Section 5.13 Private Ways, Section 9.3.19 1D Sub 1, and Section 9.3.19 2D Sub 1. Text of the proposed revisions are below that the article. Essentially, all the articles, or all the amendments reflect the fact that we now have street design and ordinance in place, and it, you see the strikeouts, it makes reference to other areas in the land use ordinance where private way standards come into play, and police those, it makes reference now to these standards. Anybody have any,
So
any
moved.
motion to move, please?
Second.
Okay, does anybody have any questions regarding Article 4? Yes, Mr. Bassett?
Not a question, just a comment. If this is adopted, everything having to do with street and road construction will be one place, as opposed to being spread out between the land use ordinance and the separate street and road ordinance. So from a user's perspective, it will be better because we'll have just one place to go to find out how wide does it have to be, how much travel, et cetera.
So to Mr. Bassett?
Thank you.
Any other comments, questions?
I guess I just have one question, Mr.
Yes, Ms.
Moderator. I'm sorry, monopolizes. Tad, maybe you or others from the planning board. Currently, the commercial equestrian stables and the equestrian centers, what are the maximum horses for those particular, what are the definitions for those?
10 to 30 and 30.
So this would be for any operations that have 10 or more?
Yes. It just deals with the, through the chair,
Yeah.
it just deals with the standards for the driveways for a commercial operation. Instead of it now, it used to refer to the private way standards in section 513, now it refers to the same, to similar, well, to standards that are now in the street construction ordinance. And it's actually, there's lesser standards in the street construction ordinance than there are in 513.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Seeing none, I'll put Article 4 to voters. All in favor of Article 4, please indicate by raising your card. All opposed? Article 4 passes. Article 5, shall the town vote to adopt an ordinance entitled amendments to the Arundel Land Use Ordinance regarding museums? Section 3.2 definitions, Section 6.112 business industrial office districts, BI, and 5.12 parking. Text of both provisions are as follows. You can see that the amended definition there of museum, the allowance of museum in the BI zone, the new parking standards relative to museums are all identified under Article 5. Need a motion to approve Article 5? Motion's been made and seconded. Any discussions or questions about Article 5? Seeing none, put Article 5 to the voters. All in favor of Article 5, please indicate by raising your card. Anyone opposed? Article 5 passes. Article 6, shall the town vote to adopt an ordinance entitled amendments to the Arundel Land Use Ordinance to amend the definition of front lot line in the Land Use Ordinance, Section 3.2 definitions. The text of the proposed revision is as follows. You can see that there's an underlined section that adds a provision allowing for private way is constructed in an adjoining property or property not owned by the owner of a lot, that does not become a front lot line. It can be used as a side or back lot line. Need a motion to approve Article 6. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, put Article 6 to the voters. All in favor of Article 6 then? Thank you. All opposed? Article 6 passes. Article 7, shall the town vote to repeal the Arundel Street Vendor Ordinance, which was adopted June 12, 1996.
So moved.
Motion made, seconded. Any questions? Seeing none, put Article 7 to the voters. All in favor of Article 7, please indicate by raising your hand. Thank you. Anyone opposed? Article 7 passes. Article 8, shall the town vote to adopt an ordinance, the Arundel Food Truck Ordinance. Text of the proposed ordinance is attached to the original town meeting warrant as Exhibit B. A motion to approve Article 8. Been seconded. Any discussion or questions about Article 8? Seeing none, put Article 8 to the voters. All in favor of Article 8, please indicate by raising your card. All opposed? Article 8 passes. Article 9, shall the town vote to adopt an ordinance entitled amendments to the Arundel Land Use Ordinance, adding definitions to the Land Use Ordinance, Section 3.2, and performance standards for mobile food trucks and mobile food trailers to the Land Use Ordinance, Section 9.322. Text of that proposed amendment are contained in Exhibit 3, which is attached to the original town meeting warrant. Need a motion to approve Article 9. Any seconded? Any discussion with respect to Article 9? Seeing none then, all in favor of Article 9, please indicate by raising your card. All opposed? Article 9 passes. That's the last article.
Motion to adjourn.
Before we adjourn, we want to address the issue of the upcoming.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
So, a few weeks ago, folks, we had a meeting concerning the Arundel Municipal Building. As most of you know, last year, we purchased a piece of property on Limerick Road. On April 23rd, we will be having another meeting. We will go over the same stuff that we talked about a few weeks ago. We'll show you the piece of property that we bought. We'll show you the renderings, 3D renderings, and kind of, go through the whole spiel of how everything is going. So we certainly encourage you folks to show up. The last meeting, there was only a handful of folks, and, this is gonna be coming up to vote maybe later on in the summer, depending on how we get going. So please pass the word around. It's gonna be April 23rd. It'll be here. If anybody wants to take a quick peek, I've got some stuff here after the meeting. You can come on up here and take a quick peek, and we can kind of go from there. So again, please pass the word around, and we'd like to see you guys at that meeting. And it will be here, April 23rd at 7 p.m.
Thank you, Dan. With that, then, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
All in favor? Please indicate by raising your hand. Thank you much. We're adjourned.